Hello, my name is Levelstrike and today I'll be playing some Spin Tires, which is a quite newly released game which is available on Steam. So if we click play, they've got multiplayer in this now as well. There's a few games. I'm just going to be doing single player for the purpose of this series. There's two modes. You've got casual and hardcore. We'll use casual just because then you can rescue your vehicles. And you can skip time and stuff, where with the hardcore one it just makes it a lot harder generally. So we can pick a map. These are all the available maps at the moment. I think I'll just go with coast for this. We'll just start and then maybe work our way through. I say that it takes a while to do the objectives, but if we get into the game we can have a look at what basically this is what it's like. If we press F1, that brings up our sort of map / menu. So our available trucks, we got Type A and Type B. So basically it's these two. It's that Jeep and this vehicle. And what we need to do is we need to be able to unlock Type C to be able to actually complete the objective, which as you can see is at the lumber mill anyway. So we've basically just got to drive down the road, which is probably worth using the Type A. Which is a lot easier to get stuck, but it's obviously a lot quicker and more efficient on fuel, so this should be okay because it's only really a road. Obviously on this the roads are mostly like this, so even when they're a road they're not brilliant, but should be okay. We've got the diff and all-wheel drive. Use. Check the map as we go. It's annoying that you can't. There's like mini map or anything like that. But yeah, literally, so we just follow this. That's a nice, easy one to start the game with. So this game's been out for a while. I don't think I ever. Well, when I say out for a while, I've been around for a while. I don't think I ever did a video on the tech demo, but that was released a long time ago, and I had that for a while, and that just sort of showed off, you know, a few of the vehicles and what the game was going to do. But it obviously had no objectives or anything like that. So all this is completely new. But it's still, you know, an early release. They're still updating it a lot. I mean, since it's come out they have changed a few things, and there has been a few updates, so it just shows they are continuing to update it, which is nice, because there is some elements of it which would be nice to have improved. So there's the vehicle which we're hoping to unlock. So you should just unlock it by doing that. There you go. So we need that vehicle to take lumber, which is what you do for objectives. So as you can see, here's a lumber mill, and then there's these objective points. So 0 out of 8 delivered. So we basically need to get lumber from here to these points. Obviously all these things as cloaking, basically these are areas which are hidden. If we drive up to where it is the middle of the point where it says cloaking, we can unlock that area. Doesn't mean we can't enter where it says cloaking, it just means you can't see it on the map. So obviously it's handy to do that to get a good route. So what I might do is before we start taking lumber around, it could be worth trying to find a route to this where it looks like you're going to go around here. If we can get a route to this marked out, that's going to be a lot easier, because of the truck it's a lot slower, and when it's full a lot harder to manoeuvre. So it looks like if we go in here, does that. So there is damage in this as well, and there's a winch if you get stuck, so you can winch onto available trees and vehicles. Okay, so I think we need to go this way, yeah. This is why I'm using this, because obviously if we were taking the truck down here... Actually, thinking about it, that objective might be easy to get to. If we take the load up to the... yeah, let's do it. So let's go to... I'll keep doing it. Done that again. Type C. Then we need to take that into the lumber mill, which apparently is there. Is this not started or something? No. There you go. It's got quite a nice effect when you start that. This is basically one of the trucks in the game. There's another one as well, style. But when you're at a garage, you can change all this. You can change where the crane is and the trailer and that. The crane can be quite handy for moving rocks out of the way. And not only really for that, just if you get stuck, you can sort of stop your truck flipping by pushing it out. These are rocks like here. They're just annoying because they get caught. You can cause damage if you're not too careful. So this is the lumber area now. What we're going to do is just get in this box. So I like to turn around first, just because otherwise when you got the lumber on there, obviously it makes it a lot harder to turn, because it goes over onto that back trailer. So you need to really turn now when you can. Okay. That's already hit. See, that's why you could, if that was annoying, you could use the crane to lift that out. Or if you drop logs, you can pick them back up with the crane. Is the other sort of idea. Let's see if I have straightened up enough. So obviously we've got long logs, short logs, and medium logs. We're taking medium logs because we've got the medium log set up. So that's 4 load points. So basically, if we get this to the thing with 4, we need 8. So it's only 2 drives to each one. So now, what my plan is, obviously get out of here. Jackknife it, I'm not careful. Right. Okay. I believe we're going that way, and what we're going to do is head up here back to the garage. And then to the other objective, because it looks like there might be a road to that one. This one looks a bit more off-road, and with this size vehicle it's not easy to take it sort of over the woods. So you've got to be reasonably careful. So we're going this way. Right, so we'll literally take this up to the garage and we can work from there, is my idea. As well, if you've got a vehicle like this, if we reset this at the garage now, if it got completely stuck, you'd lose the logs. So that means you have to drive back down to the lumber pick them back up, and then drive back. So reset's sort of your last resort. And there's also, say we got stuck here, if we press V, which goes into advanced mode. Within here, you've got all your advanced stuff. So you've got your crane. All your workings for that are available from there, and you can also operate your winch from there, which I'll show you later on. But literally, if you're using that, I'll do it now. When you're in advanced mode, you get these points come up. So we can select this point, which is that one. Now we can say selected VAT tray, and then when we hold down F, it will pull on the winch. So as you can see, if we were stuck, that would pull us out. Which is incredibly handy, but obviously it's not always possible. If you're in a river or something and you're sort of quite deep in, you might not have a tree or anything nearby. So what you'd have to do is get another one of your vehicles, take it down there, and then hook a winch on that and pull it out. And that's the difference between casual and hardcore. In hardcore, that would be the only way of getting your vehicle out. In this, you can reset it. It's the same with when you go too deep into water, it damages your vehicle really quickly. So where you can see it says 0 out of 600 damage. If we got the 600 damage, you wouldn't better start this, it would automatically stall. So in that case, in this you could reset it. In hardcore you wouldn't be able to, so you'd have to get another truck. And you can hook on a garage repair thing, and that will basically take a repair stuff. You drive that to it, and then you can give it repair points, which is what it's recorded in, to get it back down. And then you'd be able to drive it back to your garage to repair it. And you'll notice in a minute when we get to the garage that it will automatically refuel and repair. Obviously it's not going to repair because we haven't got any damage, but it will do probably later. It's quite hard to avoid in some situations. And this was the other reason why I didn't choose this as a scouting vehicle, even though you can pull it through quite a lot of thick mud. With logs on, it's easily tipped, and as you can see here, it's using 18 litres a minute, so we've only got 233 out of 270 left now. So it's getting through fuel quick, so you don't want to take it too far out. If it came to the worst and it ended up getting pretty out of fuel, we could use a fuel truck. I'm not sure there's any on this map, like some maps have got a map garage already. But there is attachments you can get, which I'll show you now actually. So see, this is our garage. There's our blue truck thing, which was there at the start. So if we literally just drive this truck within this box, you can see it go red to indicate we're in. Just put the parking brake on. So you can see, look, it's just put 40, so we're back up to maximum fuel. It's refueled automatically. And in here you'd be able to change the attachments, so we can, like, for example, put big wheels on, or you can have the default. You can put front exhausts, crane support, which we've got, cut crane, and then you can see, look, utility, garage trailer, which would look, carries 4 garage points, fuel. So all that you can, all that can be selected from here, so you can change the concept of your vehicle quite happily. Right. So now obviously we're going into a cloaked area, so basically all that means is we can't really see where the road is. We can see there's a road going out. We have no idea where it's actually going. Which is where it might be worth if we reverse this up. That's what I'm now thinking. Like that, and then if we go to B, start the engine on this. This hasn't got a all-wheel drive, it's only got a diff, but I'm only using it for scouting. So it should be alright. It's less likely to get stuck compared to the Land Rover thing. So what I'll do with this is, where you can see now we're going to enter the cloaked zone, I'm going to try and get to these 2 cloak points here, clear them, so it means when we bring down the lorry down here, it's going to be a lot easier to identify where the roads are, and then we're less likely to obviously get stuck. Because it's very hard to reverse back up if we make a mistake. So this all looks good at the moment. That's a good road. Obviously it looks like we're entering mud here. So this looks a bit here. You just have to be careful on here with the truck, because if you get it at a funny angle it will tip. So obviously this thing's stuck. It doesn't have, but we can use the winch here to help give it some forward. See what I mean? That's me not ready. So that's what you could do to the log truck. And now you can't use the winch, or you see start the engine. That was my bad. Wasn't really looking what I was doing right. Let's also go to type A. Let's reset that to the garage, because it's sort of stuck down here at the moment. garage. No, not gonna. There you go. Right, then let's use this because I think it's going to be a bit easier to manoeuvre. It's obviously smaller. There you go. Right, we'll literally just do our scouting in this when we can. See if we can clear some of the cloaking on the map. Hopefully it'll just help make it a little bit easier for us. So it's all back here again. We turn our diff lock and that. This should plough through this, no problem, it's not too bad. You just keep to the edge like that, you're fine. Just caught the angle there. See if there's any winch points. There is, we're good. And that'll straighten us up as well. See, we just got damage there. This thing's very easy to damage as well. So you have got to be careful in that sense. Obviously it doesn't have too many damage points. It's got half of the truck, so. Right, we're heading towards the cloak. Obviously this is going to take a while just to complete this map, but this is a good starting map, so that's why I've gone for it. I think once I've got rid of this cloak, I'll end this video and then we can continue this in the next one. We can start moving the truck forward a bit. That's sort of the approach I'm going for, I think. Sort of move the truck down here, then move the Jeep a bit more, clear the next cloak, then move it a bit more and just do it like that. So as we're entering the cloak there in now. So if we just go through here, it's got a gap. Well, it should literally be on top of the. There you go. So all you got to do is just drive within this region here. There you go, cloak removed. So now you can see this area is removed. So we can now indicate a road which does go straight through here. Next thing to do is get rid of that cloak point and probably that one, and then that one. Then this whole area will be. We can see where the road is. And just bring the truck directly down here. Which is going to save a lot of time. So if we put the parking brake on that. Stop engine. Right. So that was Spin Tires. That's the first episode, just a bit of intro for you. Shows you what our aim is of the series, I suppose. And yeah, I think I'll be back next time, and then what we will do is, like I said, we'll move the truck from here down here, and then we'll continue on with this and get rid of these 2 points, and then we can get to the objective, hopefully. And then obviously we've got to focus on this one after that. So we've got a bit to do, but it shouldn't be too bad, because this is not one of the harder maps. There is some maps which are obviously a lot harder, which we might have a look at later on in the series. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please do like and subscribe, and also leave any comments below on anything you have picked up on in the video, or anything you want help with, or even anything you want me to do in the next video. I do look at the comments, so feel free to do that, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.